This plastic is held on with Allen head screws, and then okay, so here's your chaff collection drawer sits here. If you're going to do cleaning, right, I'm going to take the back plate off now. Okay, today I'm taking the Skywalker or Itop coffee roaster apart. I'm going to take and clean it and see how everything works inside it. So it looks like there's some screws in the front here. I'm going to start with that. Take the front off. Okay, bunch of plastic behind here. Looks like you need a Allen head. Get that apart. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. This plastic is held on with Allen head screws, and then there's these other Phillips head screws on that metal plate. I'm gonna try to do that first. See if I can get the whole thing off just by taking these Allen head screws, or the Phillips head screws off in there. See if the whole plate comes off one piece. Okay, I took all the Allen screws out. Looks like this whole plate will come off. Yeah, there we go. Just take that, loosen that door up. And this pulls up the heater. Okay. There's 6 screws. Put that in. It looks like there's enough slack in the wiring. I can pull this out. You need to change your heater tube. Quartz heater. This must be the probe. There's a dried bean on there. Probably do a little cleaning on here. Let's see. Alright, yeah, so there's six Allen head screws holding this plastic and the metal plate behind it. Make sure you open your little door and then it pulls out. There's enough slack in the wiring here that you can pull this out and probably just set it down for now, and you can get an idea what the inside of the drum looks like. Let's see here. Pretty big size drum. Doesn't want to turn. Has feels like it's geared. Has baffles in it. You know, it's not that dirty. I ran just 3 batches of a 1/4 pound a piece, and this, just that one that burnt, left all that black soot and everything on here. So it doesn't look like it needs too bad a cleaning. Probably take the side off. This is probably the best way to clean this, is to take the side. It looks like it comes and wraps around the whole unit. Take those side screws out. I think you have to take the back screws out too to get that off. What it looks like, because the back screws into the side here. You might have to take this back out first. If you're going to do cleaning, you could probably clean it from in here. Take your chaff tray out and try to get that brush up in there. They give you a little brush, long stem brush. Try to get that in there. I just want to take it apart anyway, just to see how everything works. But you can see some, if we can see through this drum here, there's some chaff on the other side of that caught on a curved surface where the drum sits. So I'm not sure how that will come out, or you might have to bang on it and tap it until it falls into the tray below. Right, I'm going to take the back plate off now. Hopefully you can just take these corner screws off and this whole assembly will come off, hopefully. I'm not sure if I have to take out these other screws in here and here, and also down here some holding that box on and this box on. We'll see. Didn't work. I just took out the corner screws on both sides and that did not still really attach real good, so I'm going to start taking these top box off the exhaust side. See if that releases it. Okay, so this exhaust cover here is that's all it is. It's just a empty box with a fan in here. Seems like a pretty heavy duty fan. It looks kind of cheap, but it seems like it's pretty good. And there's a couple more screws up here on the top, so that's what's holding on. And then there's probably some hidden screws under this box too. That's okay. I got that other box off of here. I think this may be fans for the cooling the beans after you eject them, but I'm not sure. Could be just fan. It could be exhaust fans to get the hot air out of there. But there is two more screws down below here. Get out. Okay, so there was the two screws underneath this here, and there's also a silver screw here and a silver screw here. These are longer screws. Take those out. It looks like the whole back will come off. Yep, the whole back's going to come off now. Let's take a look. Back this up a little bit. Those wires on the side here, they connect to the heater. So these white wires, you can see. Back this up a little bit. So as I pull on here on the back, it's moving that front heater panel. So here's what's in the back. Get your fan, exhaust fan. There's your exhaust pipe. Drum motor. Some wires go to this box here. I believe this is that electronic box people were talking about that gets overheated if you use too high of a percentage, but I'm thinking this is a new enough one that has all the fixes on it. This is made in 2024. And then you got your wires for your USB. All that. There, so nothing in here to clean, but that's what's inside there. I like to really confirm it, that this box right here is the upgraded version. I guess I can take that off. Looks like two screws. These two screws holding on. Take that off. Take a look in there. Okay. So this is the box people are talking about that powers the, I guess it's all electronics to power the heater. And if you run your heater too high, it gets, this part here gets hot. That's got a heat sink on it. I think they call it a thermistor. So I think that's like a adjustable. That's what adjusts your heat up and down. A lot of power goes through that. So I'm not sure if this has the upgraded version with thermal cutoff on it. It's hard to tell. So if somebody knows just by looking at this, this is the old version or new version, let me know. Leave a comment below. Okay, I got all the screws for the back out except for put this one back in there just to hold the back. Because what I'm doing is taking off the top and sides. This is one piece and it wraps around the bottom. So there's 3 screws on the bottom here. You take out, if you're going to take the side off. Okay, so you also need to take off, like I had earlier, I got the front plate off here. So those screws go through to the top side too. So I got this just sitting there right now. And I'm going to get these bottom screws, and then this whole thing should come off. Okay, so here's your chaff collection drawer, sits here. And it looks like you can get your, I don't know if you can see that brush up in there. You can get your brush all the way up in there. You should have made it a little longer probably, because right up in there I see a lot of chaff build up right there. Okay, so after taking it all apart, really all you need to do, if you need to change out that bulb, the quartz bulb that's inside here, it sits right about here, is take out these Allen head screws on this plastic piece. There's 6 of them, and then there's some Phillips head screws. Take those out, and then make sure you unlock this door, and then the front cover will come off and you'll have access to the entire drum inside there. Unless you need to change the motor or something like that, then you have to take the back and I think just the back off. To get to the sides, take the side part off. I don't think you really need to take the side part off at all for anything. Just the back and the front covers is all you really need to take off if you're changing out parts. Okay, so there's 4 types of screws that hold this machine together. There's your Allen head screws that hold this plastic piece to the metal plate. And you got these pan head type Phillips screws that holds pretty much everything, all the metal pieces to each other, all the sheet metal. You've got these small Allen head screws that's kind of tapered seat. Those go in here on the sides, 3 on each side. And then you have these look like wood screws. The wood screw looking screws go to hold this cover on, and they go into this plastic right here. That's why they're like a wood screw. Okay, and the rest are sheet metal screws. So that's what holds it all together. When you're putting your machine back together, when you put this side back on, if you do take the side off, the whole side and top and all that, make sure to watch these wires here. See how I got some slack in there? I can move them in and out because those wires could get pinched right here where this part of the outside cover connects to this metal plate down here. So just make sure these wires are free enough to move so you can take your front and back covers off if you need to. Okay, so there's actually 5 types of screws that hold this together. This is one, the 5th type. It's a long kind of wood screw, 1 on each side of these fans here. Is also holding this back cover on. So you need to take them 2 out. That must screw into some plastic inside there somewhere. One other place you may want to clean out when you take this apart, you may want to take this fan off. See, there's actually a bean or something that's stuck right there behind that fan. And you may want to auger that tube out when you're doing a deep cleaning. Push a brush through there, push any chaff back into the chamber.